I heard the sound of the impact. I was like an explosion. My daughter was in the passenger seat, my granddaughter was in her car seat behind me. All of a sudden I was in this bright light. The feeling of complete inner peace we seek for so much in this life was within me. I had no fears or wish to return. Then I was told, the baby must not die. I still refused to return, and again I was told, the baby must not die. All of a sudden I was back in the driver's seat in my car. It took me quite a while to be able to speak about this experience. Eventually, I did with my family and only one of my therapists that is helping me now from the last accident in 1996, from which I haven't recovered. I am a chronic pain patient, but when I want peace I bring myself back into the light. Next NDE.
Next NDE. I was playing with two friends. We were on a back porch. There was a metal rail around the porch. It had just rained and everything was wet. They had an old-fashioned window air conditioning unit sticking out the back window of their kitchen. There was a rusty metal bar coming from the back of this unit. I jumped up to sit on the metal railing and I reached over and grabbed the metal bar from the unit. It shocked me, I started vibrating, and I couldn't let go. During this time, really probably only a matter of seconds, I left my body. I do not remember a tunnel or light. I wish I could be hypnotized now to see if I did experience something like this, but I did experience a life review. I was in a room and there was like a giant wheel, or TV screen, and it showed every second of my life, the good and the bad things. I don't remember much of anything else. Then my friend touched me, and when she did, it broke the electric shock. My arm was numb and sore for a few days. This was the entire experience. The unusual thing about this was I didn't know what had happened to me, and had not even heard of this until college. I've been reading on and off about near-death experiences ever since.
Next NDE. My daughter had just been born, everything had been very fast. I saw that the physician was giving me a new shot to sew the cut on the vagina that to prevent further tearing. I remember that I told him it was not necessary since anesthesia had just worked on me for the cut. He didn't listen to me. I felt a big heat rise inside of me, the tongue began to swell and I fell back because it was suffocating me. I didn't see us anymore and the ears whistled. I said to Mark, a close friend in the operating room, I am about to die. I know what it feels like to faint, before and after. When one faints, nothing happens before and after. This was different. I was out of body, but I was not afraid. I felt an infinite peace. It is difficult to describe, because it was not happiness but harmony, peace, a very beautiful feeling. I went fast, projected into this dark space and headed for a clear, bright light. I was projected toward that light that became brighter and brighter. I thought that there was there the Madonna. I was raised to believe and to be devoted to the Virgin Maria. I thought about the child who had just been born. I thought the little girl just born. I saw my child's face, but I was too good to stay. I knew that if I had reached the light I would not have been able to return anymore. Then I thought about my husband and I looked at him, then at me, and then I saw the face of my firstborn. I understood that I had to stop and to return for her, she needed me. In that moment, I woke up in the birthing room. I saw a coming and going of physicians, the cardiologist, and all shaken ones, and at that time I began to be afraid.
I was standing on a drive lane, the lane to drive a car on before coming to the garage, which was covered with white gravel. The drive was planted with high trees, on both sides which hung over the drive, and covered it from the sun. The central reservation of the drive lane consisted of low bushes. At around 50 meters, there was an open gate. Behind the gate, the drive lane continued splitting into side lanes on the left and on the right. The path before the gate was dim. Once behind the gate there was a fantastic light. The source of this light was not visible. In front of the gate, somewhat on the left from my point of view, there was my dog who recently died on September the 10th, 2002 due to a heart attack. This dog was a Belgian Shepherd, grown Inler, called Farouche. It waggled and defied me by jumping back and forth. It was clear to me that my dog wanted me to come along. Through the gate, I felt a strong urge to go along with him, yet I could not move my legs. I was nailed to the ground. Farooq attempted to get me going. Then I felt that the distance between him and increased slowly. Farooq also saw it, turned around and walked through the gate. Without looking backwards, he walked, as proud as a dog can be, to the light in the distance. What happened to me, subsequently, I do not know.